Thank you. UNA. Welcome to your paradise, the place you long for all your life. UNA University, manifesting all your dreams. With paralyzed, your land is home. Writing contracts on your own. Protect your loved ones every day. Knowledge goes a long, long way. All right. University for me. UNA University for me. UNA. Paradise, all your life. University, all your dreams. Land is home. On your own. Every day. Long, long way. UNA University for me. UNA. University for me. Yeah. Welcome. Yours truly, Diva Lyri, representing for UNA University, UNARepublic. Halo. Halo. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, 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 yes. UNA. Yeah, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. I am yours truly, Diva Lyri, representing with UNARepublic and UNA University. Welcome everybody. We've got some basketball we're talking about today. You know, I've kind of fallen in love with basketball a little bit, WNBA. So I just enjoy talking about it. Give me something fun to talk about every now and then. And then when it becomes too much, I'm going to let it go. All right. I just want that to be stated. I just want that to be stated. Now, last week we got into some information concerning the spiritual side. All right. Tonight, I want to go into some basketball, just have a little bit of fun. You know, there's the news out today with the expansion draft, the Valkyries. All right. So the WNBA expands today. Congratulations to the WNBA. All right. Now, I do want to go into this draft that the Valkyrie had. And I'm really excited about this team. It's a bittersweet thing going on. It's a bittersweet kind of thing what went on with the Valkyrie draft. So, first of all, let's talk about this. They selected Kate Martin. So the Las Vegas Aces actually left Kate Martin unprotected. And when I heard this news, I was applauding. I was, yes, let her go. And I'm going to get into this in a second. But that was the sweet side of it because I was really excited to see Kate Martin going to the Valkyries, going to this team where now she's going to be able to spread her wings. That's the sweet part of it. The bitter side is that the Valkyrie also selected Tammy Fag-Bentley. And that really hurt me to my heart when I heard about that, because I think all of us, the vast majority of us who are Fever fans, Caitlin Clark fans, we kind of fell in love with Tammy. Because Tammy, first of all, was fast, like a Impala. She was fast, and she had developed this chemistry with Caitlin Clark that was really exciting and fun to see. Also, she brought that toughness. I remember when Tammy Fag-Bentley came back, because she was injured a lot. But when she did come back, I remember she was back for a brief moment. And then there was this scuffle because she had gathered the team. She's like, okay, we're going to come over here. And then, the other team tried to step in and do whatever they did. And Tammy reared back at him like, no, this is our team. You need to step over there and respect our space. She was that enforcer. So she brought a lot of toughness to the site. Hold on. One second. I got a message that we having some issues. Okay, that was a different message. Okay, so here's the deal. Tammy Fag-Bentley brought a lot of toughness to the team, and she protected the team. So it's really sad to see her go. She's very talented, and I loved her energy. Tammy Fag-Bentley had this just really beautiful, loving energy about her. We didn't get to hear her speak a lot, but when we did, she always just brought love. So we're going to miss her. Tammy, we're going to miss you. I will definitely be cheering for her on the Valkyrie. Definitely going to be cheering for Kate Martin. And, just a couple of other people who are notable other than Kate Martin and Tammy Fag-Bentley. Let me, as a matter of fact, pull this down. Okay, there is Van Loo, Julie Van Loo, who actually is one of the big people from Washington Mystics she's coming from. Looks like they got some really good players on their team. Yanla Rupert from Atlanta Dream, Maria Conde from the Chicago Sky, Veronica Burton from Connecticut Sun, Carla Lette from Dallas Wings, or Leet, all right, Stephanie Talbot from Los Angeles, Cecilia Zandalassen from Minnesota, Kayla Thornton from New York, Monique Billings from Phoenix Mercury, and they decided not to choose anybody from the Seattle Storm. All right. They said, no, we good on. We good on that. We don't need anybody from that team. So they have 11 players that they have selected, and I wish the Valkyrie a lot of success. And I need to go into this because I was trying to decide on when I'm going to speak on this, but Kate Martin. So we've been hearing all of this talk about Paige Beckers and Juju Watkins and who's going to be the next WNBA star, who's going to do it. I think that they're missing the whole boat. And as much as I like Flau'jae, by the way. I like Flau'jae. I like her personality. But you know who's really the one who's in line to be that quote unquote next big draw. And I won't say even quote unquote Caitlin Clark, but who's really in line to be the next big draw? Well, that's Kate Martin. That's Kate Martin. And I'm going to tell you, she's going to draw bigger than even Juju or Paige. Kate Martin. So watch for the Valkyries next season. I'm just calling that right now. You're going to see them selling out the way the Fever sold out. As a matter of fact, the Las Vegas Aces might have. Now, they always had good attendance. They always had good attendance, but they downplayed Kate Martin. All right. Kate Martin was playing well at the beginning of the year. Then this whole thing comes out about how Kate Martin is selling all these T-shirts. No, now she's riding the bench. Okay. Now she gets to fly. And if she just even performs a smidgen of a little bit on this Valkyries team, you're going to watch for the Valkyries to be selling out. She's going to be the next big draw to Caitlin. She's going to be bigger than Angel Reese. Kate Martin is going to draw bigger than Angel Reese. So look for Kate Martin to be over here drawing and pulling in numbers. The Valkyries are already doing well. They've sold a lot of tickets. From what I'm understanding, they've had a lot of their season tickets to sell. So I'm excited. I don't like to be excited about sports. I just don't, but I am. And I don't know, again, a lot about the players that were selected. I told you about my bittersweet moment. I'm really, really sad to see Tammy Fack Bentley go because I was looking forward to seeing her run this coming season with Caitlin Clark and the crew. But she's over there with the Valkyrie now. I'm happy to see Kate Martin get her wings so she can fly over here with the Valkyrie. Get to see Julie Van Loo, see what she's got going on. And I'm going to say this because as I close out on this part, Kate Martin is going to do some big numbers as far as ratings. And then you're going to see Kate Martin hopefully get to show off her skills that she didn't get to show off when she was with the other team. I want to give a shout out to everybody. Welcome. Thank you for liking and sharing, my people in YouTube. VVS, welcome. My people in TikTok, Clifton, and all my other people coming in. I can't see who's coming in on this. Normally I can see who's joining and who's not. If you're out there, say what's up. Let me hear you. Prime, welcome. All right. Todd J. Jackson, welcome. All right. Thank you all for coming in. I want you to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. And so let's get into this. Now, I mentioned that Fack Bentley went to the Valkyries. Now, I've got to wonder, who did they protect and why? Why would you let Fack Bentley go? Why would you let the Gazelle go? So I don't get it, but I'll tell you what I am excited to see. Sabali or Satu Sabali. And there's this whole talk about her coming. Now, there was also this issue about protecting Nalissa Smith. And I need to say to you all, okay, listen, relax. I think now as much as I am sad about Fack Bentley leaving, I have a confidence in this Fever crew that's been hired. And I told you guys from the beginning, before even they brought in Kelly Crosskoff, all right, look, they cleaning house. And so when they brought in Cox, all right, then it's like, okay, they have taken a shower. They have bathed. And when they got out the shower, they got to put on some clean underwear. Remember I talked about that? And I said, there's no way they're going to keep size after they've cleansed themselves. And then it's like getting out of the shower and putting on dirty underwear. All right. I told you they had to get some new underwear. They go get a new coach. And that's what they did. And so now we have Stephanie White. Okay. Well, we got some dirty socks too that need to be cleaned up. And that would be NaLyssa Smith. All right. So you got to understand, you're not going to come in here and take a bath and wash all this, then put on some clean underwear and then put on some dirty, holy, stinking, filthy, dingy socks. No, we get ready to, we see, listen, now, the socks that we might feel like are ready to be trashed, somebody else might feel like they are nice socks. So then we got to hold on to these dingy socks so that we can get another sock. And that would be Satu Sabali. Satu Sabali. I'm going to say Sabali. Satu Sabali. All right. So we need to hold on to the other sock so we can get a clean sock with no holes in it. Okay. So relax with this whole NaLyssa Smith and being upset. I think we should have a confidence in this team that's been hired to come in here and usher us into this next season. And so I trust that they're not going to stay with NaLyssa Smith for one other reason. Let me say this. I've said this before. I don't think Stephanie White wanted to be where she was. I think she specifically picked up and left because she didn't like the energy. This is Diva Lyri's opinion. All right. This is Diva Lyri's opinion. But I have the strong notion and suspicion that she specifically left that place because she didn't like the drama and the garbage that was going on there. All right. So now, in saying that, when you're talking about NaLyssa Smith, she's still tied to that garbage that was going on where she left. Listen, I get it. Stephanie White says there was a family emergency. Okay, I get it. But she didn't want to be there. And I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even know Stephanie White was the coach. I didn't hear much about the coach. She stayed in the back. I always knew about the Suns and Dejanay Carrington and the other woman who was made these claims about the Fever fans. I knew about them, but I didn't know who the coach was. She was very quiet. She didn't want that smoke. She's here for a reason, because she didn't want to be there. So I don't see her being good with having an issue where here's this woman who's tied to that team where she came from, where she didn't want to be. That's my opinion. All right. But I'm pretty right. I know I'm going to be right. All right. So check this out. Relax. Keeping NaLyssa Smith because you're trying to get Satu Sabali. And I think Satu Sabali is going to be an excellent fit for the Indiana Fever. I want to see that. And so you got to have something to trade. We got to have some socks to trade. Our dirty, holy socks. Somebody else might be in love with those socks, and we can trade for a couple of things. Now, part of me is wondering why you wouldn't protect Bentley and protect NaLyssa Smith and trade them for Sabali. I'm just wondering because I'm trying to figure out what are they, is NaLyssa Smith going to be enough to trade for a Satu Sabali? I'm wondering. So I don't know. Again, I'm not deep into basketball in that way, but I do wonder. Those are the things that make me wonder about this trade, why they didn't protect Bentley, who are they going to trade for Satu Sabali? And then the whole other question was, Is Satou Sabally going to want to change? Satou Sabally coming from the wings, because the wings are expected to get Paige Bueckers. Now, once again, let me say this. Now, the thing about Paige Bueckers is there's these rumblings and undertones that she might not want to go to the wings. And then, so the question was, well, maybe she'll choose to stay if Paige Bueckers is coming, and then she'll have a chance to win a championship. Let me be clear on this. Paige Bueckers is no Caitlin Clark. Paige Bueckers, not, I don't know a lot, but I know enough to know Paige Bueckers is no Caitlin Clark. And that's by playing, nor by being received by the public. She's not a Caitlin Clark. So it would be to Satou Sabally's best interest to bring it on to Fever Land and get with Caitlin Clark, because that's going to be a championship, and is bringing me into this next topic as we go into the coach, Stephanie White. All right. We hope to see Satou. We hope to see Satou in Fever Land, because that's going to be a lot of fun to see. And it's going to be a lot of fun to see Caitlin Clark and the Fever go up against the Valkyrie and Kate Martin. I'd love to see that. Want to go into Stephanie White. Watching some interviews with Stephanie White, and I tell you what, she was on the Coaching You podcast. All right. And it was so interesting and fun to hear Stephanie White talk about what's going to happen and the way she plans to coach, which is so different than the previous coaching staff and how they coached. It was more so pounded in the paint, where Stephanie White is saying, we got a fast team and we get ready to use them. And so that was one of the things she also talked about is, listen, I'm not coming in here trying to say, hey, this is we're rugged and no, I'm coming in here saying, let's make sure that you have an understanding and knowledge about what your position is, so that all you need to do is go out there and make the plays happen. You don't have to. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, okay, this is how we're going to do it. You're going to pound it in the paint. You're going to put the ball up. No, I want you to know what your position is, because one of your strengths is that people can't scout you because they don't know what you're going to do. So Stephanie White is coming in here with the whole attitude of, we're going to play. And here's the other thing that she kept saying that I love so much. She said, we're playing for championships, plural. This is different than the coaching staff from last season. And I didn't understand what they were saying, because they was like, well, you know, we're ahead of schedule. And I think in another 2 years, we'll be right there, ready to, wait a minute. Why are you, see, here's the thing. One of the things about us here at UNA and with the university is that we speak things into existence. We speak it. And we definitely don't downplay things by speaking it away from us. Well, in 2 years, it's like, why are you not talking about next year? I want to hear you talking about this year. It was almost as though it was like, well, we don't expect to go into the playoffs. And here is Stephanie's like, no, we are playing for championships, plural. Oh, I love it. I love it. And I'm almost scared because, again, I am not supposed to be involved in this sports, but this is exciting. It's exciting to see Clark get ready to come in here with a team as they build it up and put the players around her and the other players that are needed. I'm excited about it. Excited to see Kelsey Mitchell come in, and also they're showing a lot of promotions with Kelsey Mitchell in it. There's all of these, there's undertones with Kelsey Mitchell too, saying, well, is she coming back? Okay, we expect Kelsey Mitchell back. And yes, they are going to court her, or they have courted her. Hopefully she wants to be here and they don't have to trade her. I'm hoping that she doesn't, it's not a situation where Kelsey Mitchell gets traded, because again, this thing with this issue whereby our friend, why am I drawing a blank on my friend's name? Tammy Fack Bentley. This issue where she was traded, it really hit hard. And I would hate to hear this. Well, we got Satu Sabali, but we traded. I'm not even going to speak that. I hope to not see that, because, again, I trust this organization and the way they're running things. And we hope that, Kelsey Mitchell wants to be here, or when I say here with the Fever, we hope that Kelsey Mitchell wants to be with the Fever so that we can see her play again in that, what they call the backcourt with Caitlin Clark and Sabali. We care to see that. So that's what I'm hoping for. I was expecting Fag Bentley to be on the team too, but she's not here. But we do want to see Sabali. We do care to see Mitchell, Boston, all right, Hull. We care to see them in the lineup. All right. Let me go into this, because I want to go into the whole shoe deal. So I spoke about Paige Beckers, and she's got what they call a Players Edition shoe, PE shoe. It's the first college or NIL person with Nike to have a shoe deal, or a Players Edition deal, which really means that she took somebody else's shoe and she put her signature and colors on it and switched it up to serve her. All right. And of course, there was a lot of uproar about that, and the fact that Clark has not had her shoe. And I put some things out about that as well. Here's what I want to say. Okay. As far as Nike goes, they have been very neglectful of the Caitlin Clark brand. Clark needs a new team, because if it were me, we'd be having our own shoe company. We'd have the whole shoe company. All right. And we know that just getting it up off the ground would be no issue. And so we're as far as Paige Beckers, congratulations on that shoe deal. One of the things we don't want to do, and somebody really was good at stating this, we don't want to hate on anybody. The thing that we are saying to Nike is, thank you for the neglect and showing us your true colors. And I told you why they're doing that. They're making it difficult for Clark for a reason. It's not just Nike, it's the WNBA and all these other people, because Clark didn't say yes. As I've said, if you don't understand what I'm saying, go back and look at the previous videos. So Clark still does not have, there's been no mention of that. There's been no mention of what's going on with the deal, if there's going to be anything happening with it. All right. And so we're going to see whether or not Clark's team steps up. We're going to see if Clark changes her team. Well, we're going to see a cleansing in Clark's team from the agent on down. because we know that she's doing some things in the background that maybe everybody doesn't see. We know she's making money. She's on the Forbes as one of the highest paid athletes at $11.1 million, right there under Simone Biles. All right. So congratulations to Caitlin Clark on that. And we know you're making moves on the private side, doing things that a lot of us might not see. What we hope to see is that you get a team that protects you and your interests and don't allow people to poo on your brand. We find that very disheartening as fans of Caitlin Clark. So we hope that you get somebody on your team that's not going to allow another team to poo on your brand. Now, I want to get on this. I want to go back to this topic where, you know, everybody, the media is not everybody. It's the media trying to find the next big thing. And then it's always this comparison where you've got these delusional people comparing Caitlin Clark to whether it be Juju or whether it be Paige Beckers. Now, there's this thought that, oh, well, no, they got to take threes. They got to take a whole bunch of threes. And then that's what drew everybody to Caitlin Clark. I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. It is not the threes that draws people to Caitlin Clark. It's icing. Listen to what I'm saying. The threes are just icing. That's all they are. But what is her real value? What draws people is her intelligence. See, everybody wants to compare her to Steph Curry. But yeah, he was shooting threes, but that wasn't really what his biggest asset was. He's intelligent. If you go and look at anything where they're talking about Steph Curry and what made him great, one was his intelligence, two was his unselfishness. He was unselfish. There were plenty of times when they talked about how Curry would draw so much attention, or what they call gravity, that he says in one situation, he knew that there was going to be so much gravity coming towards him. He said, well, you know what? They're putting two people on me. The whole game, they got two people on me. So then that means we got four over here on three. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to let them stay on me. And then y'all take them out. And they said, but Steph, you won't get to shoot. You don't want to take a shot. I don't need to take a shot. We just need to win. So how often do you get somebody who say, no, because I got to have my stats? And no, Steph Curry was like, no, listen, if they're going to be unintelligent enough to keep two people on me, and then we got four people over here on three, we got to win this. And sure enough, they won it. That's unselfishness. That's intelligence. And then, yeah, he got the three, but that's icing. That's Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark will pass the ball. She doesn't have a problem passing. She's unselfish and intelligent. She has a knowledge of the game. The threes are just icing. So when you're talking about a Juju and you're talking about a Paige Beckers, you better be talking about intelligence if you're trying to get somebody to amount to her. On top of that, you know, it takes the fans. You know, the fans, actually, Caitlin Clark is very polished in front of the media. In front of the camera, she's polished. Do they have that kind of personality? Are they polished? And you got one of these people, I'm not going to call any names, but they already hating. And you don't want to turn the fans off. That's why I'm telling you, your next big thing, or the next closest thing to Caitlin is going to be Kate Martin. That's going to be the next closest thing. They're going to sell out. Let's see. And that's what I'm expecting to see. I'm expecting to see the Valkyries. I'm expecting them to sell out in their home games and in their away games. That's what I expect. That's your next big thing, Kate Martin. Because the people love her. All right. So we're going to see what happens with that. But I need to make this clear. Let's stop making it seem like, oh, you just got to shoot threes and then make them all the time. Now, are you intelligent? Do you have the knowledge of the game? Clark has so much more than just a three. And I wish people would stop saying, oh, does she shoot logo threes like Steph Curry? Well, Steph Curry, he is more to his game too. He's intelligent. He's unselfish. He's likable. Okay, so we're understanding that. I want to talk lastly about Jensen. She is the coach that's now taken over for Iowa. Man, she is sharp. Man, she is sharp. I understand now why Lisa Bluder didn't want to come coach in the WNBA. All right. She's had a team with her, Lisa Bluder had, for more than 35 years. Jensen, 30 years plus, she's been with Lisa Bluder. And she gives head coach vibes, Jensen does. She gives the vibe of, yeah, I can take this over. We're going to miss Lisa Bluder, but she has been in a position and she's been ready to take it over. But she was loyal to Lisa Bluder. And so to expect Lisa Bluder to leave her system, that's what got her there. Her system. And that was Jen Jensen, who's been with her for decades. Decades. That's a long time. And so she's been with Lisa Bluder for this long. And so now Lisa Bluder leaves. And of course, everybody's like, bring her out of retirement. It's not that easy. She had a system there. And I understand why she didn't want to come and coach, because she's not going to be able to bring her system with her into the WNBA because they got another job to do. All right. So you got you've got Jen Jensen over here with Iowa, and they're actually winning. We saw an interview. We're going to play some of the clips, but they're actually undefeated as of this particular session. They are undefeated. And so she talks about how they had to coach Caitlin Clark and how she was difficult to deal with. And they gave her a little bit of special treatment. And she talked about how advanced Clark was to the other players. And so, but they had to work with her in a counseling type situation. And, that's what a lot of people need. A lot of these players, all of these players should have that, where when they make a mistake or they do something that is counteractive to what they care to see happen, well, somebody's there to point it out and say, okay, so this is the film. Let's take a look at the film. And you did this. So if you made this kind of motion, how do you think that made your teammate feel? And so if you remember when Caitlin Clark came into the WNBA, and she talked constantly about, listen, I'm just trying to do what I need to do so that my teammates trust me. I need my teammates to trust me. And she had to do a lot of work on self to be able to be at that point where she says, I need them to trust me, as opposed to, I don't care whether they trust me or not, give me the ball. No, she had to mature. And they did a lot of work, and Jan was one of those main people who worked with her on that, what I call the spiritual side, the self-mastery side, the taking a deep look at your own energies so that you can get the results that you're looking for. So, man, we're going to put the link in the bio so that you all can go and take a look at that video with Jensen. It was a beautiful interview. Also, we'll put the link in the bio for the interview with Stephanie White as well. But yeah, I see why Iowa is doing well, because they got a coach who's ready. She is head coach material. She is sharp. So I wish the Iowa Hawkeyes a lot of success. Wish the Fever a lot of success. And Caitlin Clark, I look forward to some updates on your new team. Your new team that is capable of handling the job of the Caitlin Clark brand. All right, let's go get another tennis shoe company. That's all I'm saying. Let me tell you what I would do, because somebody asked me. I'm going to tell you what I would do. I just say it out loud because I don't expect anybody to come calling, so it's all good. I'm going to tell you what the plan is. What you got to understand is that Caitlin Clark, that name, Caitlin Clark, is a brand. That's all it is. It's a corporation, a corporate entity. We talk about that here in UNA University and UNARepublic so that you all can understand on our open sessions. It is a brand. Now, you have full ability and authority to create another brand. And that's exactly what I would do. Even if I called it Clark 22s or CC 22s, or it could be anything. And you know, if Caitlin Clark just put her name on it, she could just create a whole other, what we call umbrella corporation, shoe company, for her shoe company. Put that under trust. And just start, and let me say this, the infrastructure is already there and set up and ready to go. It's not like she had to do a whole bunch of work. The infrastructure is there and ready to go. We do it all the time. All these other companies out here, these big name brands, they're doing the same thing. The infrastructure is already set up and ready to go. If it were me, that's exactly what we would have done. Nike, keep that deal. You owe us $28 million. And I say, Clark, come on over here. What do you want the umbrella name for the company to be? And then we put out either some C22s or some Clark 22s or whatever else we wanted to call it. And that would be another brand that we will run under this new shoe company. And then with your own shoe company, we got the ability to bring in other players under this shoe company. That's what I would do. And there would be nothing Nike could do to touch that. And there's already, the people are already boycotting Nike anyway. Not that we're trying to bring down Nike. What's going to happen to Nike is what Nike has brought upon themselves. But for Clark's new shoe company and the C22s or the Clark 22s or whatever she wants to call it, yeah, that would be a new brand under this shoe company. The infrastructure is set up and ready to go. It wouldn't take me but a couple of months to get it up. That's me. Because anytime Clark announces anything, she can sneeze in the tissue and shoot. And here you go. This is this is selling. Yeah, this is it's gone. It's out of here. That's what I would do. So I hope they do it. Pick it up and run with it. I could care less. I like to see people prosper. And I hope she prospers, gets a team that is willing to do what it takes to take care of her brand and build it to where it should be. All right. So with that being said, I want y'all to know I'm out of here. I wish everybody success. Clark and Kate Martin and the Valkyries and Tammy Fag Bentley and whoever else out here, even Beckers and Juju, do you. But right now, we're going to take this thing to the next level. Fever, let's go. I'm out. Diva, I love y'all. Bye-bye. Where is my music? Where is my music? Give me a hug. I love you. I'm out. Bye-bye.